We are following a large law enforcement presence at North Forsyth High School. We've been following these details since we first got on the air at noon. Fox 8's Gretchen Stanger is live at North Forsyth High School at the scene there. A large law enforcement presence. Gretchen, tell me what you've seen in the last couple of minutes since we last spoke to you.
Yeah, Madison, there have been several buses going through, getting through this area here. They were originally completely blocking it off. It looks like they are expecting more people to come through, so they're leaving it open. We have not been told who they're letting through. We were just originally told that they weren't going to be letting anyone through, and then we see school buses and some other cars going back in there. I just heard back from the school district. They said that they will be directly communicating with families to let them know about plans for reunification. We know that families are they want to be with their children right now, especially after this intense situation. Again, we have not been able to confirm what happened on behind these gates, but we do know, just being out here, Madison, I can tell you it feels really intense. And we can see right here there's another person from the community, either family member, somebody coming up and wanting answers from police, and they're getting the same answer that we are, that this is an ongoing investigation. I have been told that Sheriff Kimbrough is inside on the school premises right now trying to figure out exactly what happened so we can get more information. Madison.
And Gretchen, when we spoke a few moments ago, you talked about when you were at a different location, when you first showed up at the scene, that there were more parents in that area, and you kind of talked to them a little bit. What did they tell you, and what were some of those interactions like?
I was there very briefly before actually a property manager let us know that we needed to leave the premise because it was not a public area, and they asked that we would leave. So we weren't there for very long. What I did see was that there were parents out there getting very frustrated with police and wanting answers. Police have been told that they cannot share anything because it is a very new situation and they don't have very much information to provide. And so parents were getting very frustrated. They wanted to be let through the gates, but for everyone's safety on the school premises, the school has closed it down. Nobody was allowed on, nobody was allowed off, even for parents. And so I was seeing a lot of that frustration. And what I had mentioned earlier, Madison, was that one mother got very, very frustrated with police, and she was trying to figure out a way that she could get around, and she was so worked up that she did pass out, and then law enforcement had to go over and make sure that she was doing okay. So it's very intense emotions out here today as people are looking for answers to what's going on right here behind us.
And Gretchen, we're still waiting to learn from the district about reunification plans. You just mentioned that they told you they'll be communicating directly with parents. They're going to let parents know how and when they can reunify with their kids. But you did see, and we think back to some other instances when this has happened, when some kind of law enforcement presence has descended upon a school. I think back to Mount Tabor in 2021, Reynolds High School last year. We know that they bring in a lot of buses. Have you seen any buses come through so far, and how many have you seen?
Yeah, I would say we've probably seen about 6 or so buses go in. And we saw them kind of come in a line. It seems like it seems like they were maybe on standby nearby and got information letting them know that they were in the clear to make it through. And so that's when we started to see about those 5 or 6 buses come through. That's when police had moved to the side and opened that up and let the buses through. But as you can kind of see, there are people just kind of stopping left and right here. Police are trying to navigate not only the situation, but also making sure that people are staying safe. People are stopping in the middle of the road, just trying to beg for information. They're trying to get that to them as quick as possible so that they can move on and that we don't have any crashes right here on this road right in front of the school, because a lot of people are now finding out what is happening and they want to know. You can see that police have just directed some people down this direction, and so I'm not sure exactly what they're sharing, so we are continuing to kind of watch out and see. Hopefully we can get some more information here in just a few minutes.
Okay, Gretchen, thank you. We want to turn now to Fox 8's Celeste Smith, who is on the phone, who is nearby, also responding and covering this law enforcement presence that's at North Forsyth High School at this hour. That is what we can confirm to you. There is a law enforcement presence, and EMS has responded to North Forsyth High School. But I want to go ahead and bring in Fox 8's Celeste Smith. Celeste, are you there with us?
Yes, I am.
Celeste, kind of describe for me where you are right now in regards or in relation to the actual campus of North Forsyth High School.
Well, right now I'm on the back side of North Forsyth High School. I'm sitting in the parking lot of the Aldi that's on West Haynes Mill Road. And there are a couple of parents that are in this parking lot right now waiting to find out more. I did speak with one mom who said that her daughter is actually inside the school right now, and her husband is also at the school. He actually managed to be at the school right before they put the school on lockdown, and she's been getting updates from them. He said that her daughter is actually waiting inside the gymnasium while the school's on lockdown, and I've already seen a bus come up to the school while EMS and law enforcement presence is still outside. But I saw them come up and also leave the school parking lot with what appeared to be kids inside of the school bus. But I'm hearing from parents who are here at the Aldi in this parking lot that they're going to be going to a meetup location on Bethania Station Road to connect with their children. And then also, while I was out here, one of the parents actually got a phone call from the school district saying that there will be a delay for some of the other schools in the district for those bus pickups because they're going to be using a lot of their resources here at North Forsyth. But that is the information that I'm hearing right now from parents here on the scene.
And Celeste, how many parents would you say are in that Aldi parking lot right now? Because I think it's important to note that North Forsyth is kind of pushed back off of a couple of main roadways there in Winston-Salem. It's kind of sandwiched in between a couple, and that Aldi is right in front. So how many parents there's not a lot of direct access to the school itself unless you go up some pretty long driveways. So how many parents are in that Aldi parking lot?
Right now, the amount has dwindled down. There are only about 3. There were about 5 initially, but a lot of them are redirecting themselves over to Bethania Station.
Bethania Station. I wonder that parent that you spoke to, that her daughter and her husband, you said, were both at the school. The daughter is in the gymnasium. Are they moving kids to more central locations for this lockdown? Was she in class at the gym? Did she give you any kind of indication as to where she was at in her day when something happened that put them on lockdown?
She said that they were inside of their classroom initially, and then they moved the students into the gymnasium.
Move the students to the gymnasium. Okay. And so now it sounds like parents are getting word. Is that word about Bethania Station Road? Is that coming from North Forsyth High School officials? Where are parents getting that information from at this hour?
Some of the parents I spoke with out here were saying that they're hearing this on Facebook, that that's where they were able to get this information.
Okay, and we do want to specify that we have not heard directly from the district about an area for parents to stage and to be reunified. We know that information is forthcoming, but we don't know just yet where exactly it will be. So once again, this is a large law enforcement presence and EMS response that's happening at North Forsyth High School. Celeste Smith is just in front of the high school at the Aldi there. It's off of West Haynes Mill Road, sandwiched in between that and it looks like University Parkway as well. Now, Celeste, you're kind of set off of the high school a bit. Can you tell me what you see as far as law enforcement presence? We've kind of seen a little bit from Gretchen. You have Winston-Salem PD that are standing outside of some of those entrances. What are you seeing just in the general area when it comes to the law enforcement response?
Well, on this back road area by West Haynes Mill Road, I saw law enforcement come down that road turning towards the school. I'm on the backside, like I said, by the football field where I can see EMS positioned, and I can also see a couple of law enforcement vehicles but cannot distinguish which agency they are with. And with them being on the backside, I was able to